I've watched buyers spend millions on a house, then regret it months later. Not because the house was wrong, but because the neighborhood was wrong for the way that they live. Menlo Park, Palo Alto, Los Altos, on paper, they may all look similar. Top schools, and tech money everywhere, but each one attracts a completely different type of person. Pick wrong and you'll feel it every day. Today, I'm giving you the framework I use with my own clients so you can figure out which one fits your life before you spend millions finding out the hard way. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which community matches your priorities, and more importantly, you'll understand why. Your commute, your social life, and your kids' friends, all of it comes down to exactly where your house sits on the peninsula. Menlo Park sits in San Mateo County at the eastern edge. You've probably heard it called the capital of venture capital. Here's what matters. You're never too far from anything. You're halfway to San Francisco to the north and San Jose to the south. The 101 and 280 gives you access in both directions. If you're in tech or BC, this central positioning means you can change jobs without changing where you live. Palo Alto is a bit different. It wraps directly around Stanford University. Stanford's presence shapes everything: housing demand, dining options, the intellectual energy you feel walking down University Avenue. For buyers who value academic access, this geography matters enormously. Los Altos is something different entirely, a small, primarily residential city with low-rise, tree-lined neighborhoods and a compact downtown. When you drive in, you notice the village-like character immediately. The streets are quieter, the lots are larger, the pace feels slower, even though you're minutes from the biggest tech companies in the peninsula. So here's your first filter. Menlo Park offers mid-peninsula convenience. Palo Alto provides Stanford proximity with sophistication, and Los Altos delivers quiet village living with fast access to Silicon Valley employers. Three different geographies, three different ways of living. But what I'm about to show you is what actually determines whether you'll love or hate where you choose to live. But before we talk about how each city can make you feel at home and how this choice matters, let me introduce myself. I'm Jessica Heredia, a real estate agent from Silicon Valley. I've been studying how the peninsula works, from zoning documents to MLS data, to help buyers and sellers make informed decisions in this market. Whether you're a tech executive, an investor, or you want to relocate to a higher standard of living in these ultra-luxury markets, understanding how neighborhoods like Menlo Park, Palo Alto, and Los Altos compare gives you a real advantage in how you approach your search, and ultimately, your offer. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe, and share this channel with your friends and family. Every week, I share clear, data-driven breakdowns like this to help you understand how Silicon Valley works so you can make smarter decisions with your real estate. Now, back to the video. Here's what I tell every buyer. You're not buying a house, you're buying a lifestyle. Menlo Park has a small town feel that surprises people. Tree-lined streets, a walkable downtown along Santa Cruz Ave with unique shops and restaurants. The Guild Theater brings live performances right into the peninsula. On any evening, you might walk to dinner, catch a show, and stroll home through the quiet streets. The architecture varies: mid-century ranches in Linfield Oaks, modern luxury builds in central Menlo Park, and hillside homes in Sharon Heights. This diversity attracts buyers at different life stages with different taste. Palo Alto is completely different, a vibrant downtown atmosphere centered on University Avenue. The blend of academic excellence and tech innovation feels sophisticated, urban-suburban, if that makes sense. The neighborhoods each have distinct personalities. Old Palo Alto showcases grand estates, Crescent Park is known for stately homes, Professorville features historic craftsmen and Victorian homes reflecting academic heritage. Now Los Altos, I need you to understand what village character actually means here. Zoning emphasizes low-rise buildings. The compact downtown is lined with sidewalk cafes and locally owned shops. Community events like the Arts and Wine Festival keep a strong small town identity despite the high prices. Properties here are different. Many single-story ranches on larger lots, often remodeled or rebuilt contemporary style. Now here's a simple test. Menlo Park attracts families who want walkable convenience with BC proximity. Palo Alto draws those who want urban-suburban sophistication with intellectual energy, and Los Altos appeals to buyers seeking a quieter village feel with larger lots and top-tier schools. The question isn't which is best, it's what matches how you want to live. And that brings us to the next topic, something that can add or subtract hundreds of thousands from your home's value. Most buyers don't think about it until it's too late. I need to tell you about a mistake buyers make with schools. They assume that the address gets them the district. It doesn't always work that way. Menlo Park is served by multiple districts. The Menlo Park City School District and Las Lomitas Elementary School District both serve K-8, and both are highly rated. For high school, most students attend Menlo Atherton High School, but beware as few homes may have the Menlo Park zip code but zoned for non-Menlo Park school boundaries. Here's what this means. Your specific address determines which school your children attend. District boundaries don't follow obvious neighborhood lines, so always verify before you make the offer. Now, Palo Alto, PAUSD ranks in the top 1% nationwide, a 97% graduation rate with over 85% continuing to four-year colleges. Both high schools, Gunn and Palo Alto High, rank in the top 2% nationally. Here's what most buyers don't always appreciate though: the competition from international families who specifically relocate here for these schools. This demand drives pricing higher than comparable homes elsewhere. The school premium is baked into every transaction. Los Altos students attend Los Altos School District for K-8 and MVLA for high school. Los Altos High School has a 98% graduation rate. The district sits in the top tier statewide. Here's where strategy matters. If schools are your absolute top priority, if you're focused on the Stanford pipeline, Palo Alto makes sense despite the premium. But if you want excellent schools in a calmer environment, Los Altos deserves serious consideration. You're trading some prestige for a quieter atmosphere and larger lots. That's a trade many buyers are happy to make. Now, let me show you something about the money side of these communities because it tells you exactly who your neighbors will be. Here's a question that changes everything. Where do you work? Menlo Park is home to Sand Hill Road, Sequoia Capital, Kleiner Perkins, Anderson Horowitz. For buyers who work in venture capital, Menlo Park offers proximity that can't be replicated. When you live 5 minutes from your office, your quality of life transforms. You're home for dinner, and you can make school events. Palo Alto hosts Stanford Research Park, 700 acres with more than 150 companies such as Tesla, HP, and Rivian. Over 30,000 people work there. Many Palo Alto buyers work in the research park or have relationships with Stanford. They value the intellectual density and concentration of talent. Los Altos has very little commercial land. It functions as a bedroom community for nearby tech centers, but residents benefit from close proximity to Google in Mountain View, Apple in Cupertino, and employers in Palo Alto. You're minutes from some of the most valuable companies on earth while living in a quiet village. Now, the market snapshot. Menlo Park has a median sale price of $3.3 to $3.5 million. Homes receive an average of 3 offers and sell in around 1 to 2 weeks. Palo Alto has a median sale price of $3.5 to $3.8 million, with homes selling in just 1 to 2 weeks with multiple offers. Los Altos has a median sale price around $4.1 to $4.3 million. Days on market are just 7 to 10 days, and sale to list ratios are near 111%, while homes frequently sell above asking. Here's what I'm seeing. All 3 markets are competitive. If you see something you like, you need to really be ready to buy. So let me show you something I don't always cover: what your weekends actually look like. Once you're home from work, what does life actually feel like? Menlo Park features Bedwell Bayfront Park, 160 acres on San Francisco's Bay with a 2.3-mile trail. Those living in the west side may find it more convenient to visit Stanford Dish, but hiking, cycling, and wildlife viewing all within minutes of downtown. Downtown Santa Cruz Avenue has several restaurants and cafes to enjoy. Date night here doesn't require a 30-minute drive. Clark's Oyster Bar, Levant Dessert, Bar Loretta, and my favorite place to grab a hot latte, Coffee Bar. Palo Alto is home to the Baylands Nature Preserve, 1,940 acres, one of the largest tracts of undisturbed marshland in the South Bay. Foothills Nature Preserve adds 15 miles of hiking, and it also is home to the Stanford Dish Loop Trail, a local's favorite. Dining ranges from Michelin-recognized restaurants to diverse options along University Avenue. Stanford Shopping Center provides premium open-air shopping, boba, and quick bites. Los Altos offers immediate access to Rancho San Antonio, 2,473 total acres with over 25 miles of trails. You can be on the trails within minutes of your driveway. The downtown is genuinely charming. Main Street and State Street are lined with sidewalk cafes and local boutiques. State Street Market is a modern food hall with indoor and outdoor seating and frequent live music. Now here's the lifestyle test. Menlo Park, walkable dining, and bay access with peninsula nightlife at the Guild Theater. Palo Alto, urban amenities with nature escapes, best of both worlds but busier energy. And Los Altos, charming village downtown with regional open space minutes away, the quietest atmosphere of the 3. That sounds like a small distinction until you live it every weekend for years. We've covered geography, lifestyle, schools, economics, and recreation. Now, let me give you the shortcut. After everything we've covered, I can usually predict which community a buyer will choose within 5 minutes of meeting them. Transit realities first. Menlo Park Caltrain sits in Santa Cruz Avenue, walk off the train, and walk to dinner. Palo Alto Caltrain connects to Stanford via free shuttles, one of the best car options setups in the peninsula. And Los Altos has no Caltrain station. Residents drive to nearby stations in Mountain View or Palo Alto, so make sure you factor that into your calculation. Now, Buyer profiles. Menlo Park attracts tech and VC buyers needing Sand Hill Road proximity. Families want walkable convenience with strong schools. Palo Alto draws international families relocating for PAUSD's Stanford pipeline. Academics tied to Stanford, buyers want a more urban feel. Los Altos appeals to families wanting top schools in a calmer environment. Buyers are seeking larger lots and quieter streets. Those who want a charming small downtown rather than a regional one. Here's the pattern. Most buyers start by looking at price, then schools, then commute. But the families who end up happiest start with one question. What does my ideal Tuesday night look like? The house is just the container. The question is, what life do you want to pour into it? And if you're deciding between Menlo Park, Palo Alto, and Los Altos and want to know more about this kind of living, email me at hello@liveinsiliconvalleyca.com. I'm here to help you navigate this unique market with real data and on-the-ground experience so you can move forward with a lot more confidence. You can also reach me at the contact information that you'll find in the description. And here's where we land. Menlo Park offers the sweet spot: walkable convenience, venture capital proximity, strong schools, and median prices around $3.3 million. Palo Alto delivers Stanford access, top 1 to 2% schools, urban-suburban sophistication at $3.5 million median. The choice for buyers who prioritize education above everything. Los Altos provides a quiet village atmosphere, top-tier schools, and large lots near $4.1 million median. The choice for buyers wanting space and small-town character with Silicon Valley access. If you asked me personally, my answer would depend entirely on where I am in my life. There is no objectively best choice. There's only the one that is best for you. Now that you know which community best fits your lifestyle, the next question is, have you ever thought about living in Redwood City? In the next video, I'll rank its neighborhoods and show the pros and cons of each of them. I'm sure you will find the best fit for you. If you're seriously considering a purchase in any of these communities, you need to watch that one next. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my content. Bye bye for now, and I'll wait for you in the next video.